Hey there everybody, how are you today? It's Fred with Kilo Echo Zero Delta Sierra Delta, and I'm here to show you my Rockwood Alpha 122TH for toy hauler. Stay tuned. Hey there everybody, this is Fred, Kilo Echo Zero Delta Sierra Delta. This is my Alpha 122TH, and I like to show you how we set it up and how quickly it sets up and how easy it sets up. It does have a lock on it, so you can lock it down when it's in storage like it is now. As you can see, I have the tires pulled off. It is supported with jack stands there, and I do have the stabilizer jacks down as well. I do that for a couple reasons. A, to keep the tires out of the weather, and B, it makes it a little harder to steal if it has no tires on it. I even took the spare tire off the back. Anyway, so it does have a lock. Go ahead and set a timer and see how long it takes me to do this. Got a lock. Take the lock off, put it in your pocket. You have a latch here. There's a latch exactly like this on the other side. Once it's unlatched, you just lift the roof and then it locks up there on the top. Open the door. This is the top of the door. Once you're inside, don't forget to close the door. Lift this wall. Once the wall is lifted, you can open the door again. There's two latches on each wall, one on each side. There's one basically right here, and there's one right about there. Once you have that done, you can latch the doors together. I kind of wish it had like a little screen door that you can open up, but it doesn't. And then, I don't know if you can see me or not, but there's a wall on this side. You just lift this wall. Two more latches. And that's it. You're camping. I really love this trailer. It's a great trailer. You'll probably hear me say that about 100 times in this video. But for me, it's perfect. It carries my quad. Keeps you out of the weather if it gets a little bit nasty out there. And it tows real good. I mean, it's just a great trailer all around. Again, it's a Rockwood A122TH. TH meaning it's a toy hauler. It has the area on the front here to park your quad. And you could put a couple dirt bikes up here probably as well, but it's pretty big. Anyway, let's keep on moving. It is a pop-up style camper that's in an A-frame format. And as you can see, it has a platform on the front to haul my quad when I go camping. I've done a bunch of mods to it and stuff like that, so I'd like to start a series of, you know, what I'm doing to my trailer. So this will be like an introduction video. I'll give you a walk around the outside, a setup and teardown video, and show you around the inside and maybe some plans of what I got coming up in the future for it. But stick around and it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun video series. So let me get everything flipped around and we'll keep on going. All right, let's take a look on the inside of my Rockwood A122TH. All right, here we go. It's not much, nothing special. Excuse the bit of a mess here, but it's perfect for me. So this is my bed. Sorry it's not made or anything like that, but we're just starting to pull it out of winter storage. We're just now having our nice days here in Denver, Colorado. So I'm still trying to get it cleaned up a little bit from the winter. But this is the bed. It's a little bit smaller than a queen, a little bit bigger than a double. So it's perfect for me. I have some counter space here. That's where the microwave was down there. I'm going to switch that into some sort of storage. I don't really use a microwave at all. This is the dinette area here. Again, sorry for the mess, but again, we're getting it cleaned up for camping. This we got a camping plant. I'm sorry, we actually have a camping trip planned in just a few weeks. So trying to get it ready, and then spinning around again. Right here is a 3-burner stove that I don't think I've ever used. Little tiny sink, good to wash up in. And there is no restroom or anything like that. It is camping after all, right? Anyway, got a really nice big window here. This is like a skylight type window. I have it closed, and I do have that bubble. I have this bubble style insulation in there. I have 2 layers of it because it gets really hot if you're sleeping under that window when the sun comes up. Another pretty good sized window here. You can see I got covered with the that insulation. There's a pretty good size window in the door as well that I have covered with the insulation. Mirror there. 2 more windows here. But unfortunately, they are kind of covered by the solar panels. But you can have them up, and they do let some nice light in during the winter. I'm sorry, during the summer when you're camping. Anyway, so this turns into a dinette here. These 2 cushions become the back cushions, and then there's a table underneath there that sets up. And so you have a pretty nice little dinette in here. It does have a exhaust fan as well. Again, we're just, oh, it's got a little coat rack here. I don't think I've ever used it. And then there's like there's a smoke detector and carbon monoxide. No, I think that's smoke. Carbon monoxide, I think, is actually underneath there where the table is. These are the locks that I was telling you about to lock the walls up during the setup video. You have 4 of those you have to put up. And then I actually, in this spot right here, and over there, I put a pole across just to kind of keep it pushed out a little bit. Now, I haven't really ever had a problem with it, but it does give it a little more structure, pushing out on the walls, and it gives you another place to hang some clothes if you wanted to hang some clothes to dry or something like that. But that's the interior tree. You have some lights. You have light here and a light here that run off the house batteries that are on the front of the trailer. It has a little AC unit here, and that's not actually the AC unit. That's just like the inlet and the outlet. The AC unit's actually kind of over here, and it's got plumbing that heads over this way. The gray outlet down there is for the inverter that I have installed, and the black outlet there, it would be for if you are plugged into shore power. I have right here, this is right by the front door. I have some switches. These will turn the lights on and off, and it turn on the, it's got like a Wi-Fi range booster thing in the back that I never really did figure out how to make it work. I don't know, not that big of a deal to me. Don't need it in the woods anyway. This will be your thing for the temperature for the AC and the heater. It will operate either the heat pump and AC that's in here, or underneath here by my feet, there's another propane 12-volt heater that's there. This is just like a little walking light right here. This guy right here is for the solar charge controller for the 300 watts of solar that I have on board. And the solar does not run the coach yet. That's going to be an upcoming project. So the solar only runs the gray outlet right there for 110. I do have a I think it's a 2800 watt pure sine wave inverter that's underneath the bed that I'll show you once we do when I have an install coming up, and I'll show that to you. And it powers the 12 volts solar powers these right here. So I have some USBs, some Anderson power poles, and a cigarette lighter plug. These switches here, this first one powers this whole panel. This one turns this one turns that one on, this one turns that one on, and then I do have a spare if I need something else to turn on and off with. So this does the solar charge controller, I think I already said, and then this guy right here turns the inverter on and off. I do not have the lithium battery or the solar battery installed right now. I kept it inside during the winter. We do get pretty cold here in Denver, and I didn't want it to be charging when it's so cold out because that could really harm your battery. This right here is the onboard radio. There is a speaker right here, a single speaker, and then there's a single speaker outside. I haven't used it a whole lot, and with only having the one speaker, it really doesn't sound that good. I usually bring like a little Bose. Sound bar thing, rechargeable, and I use that for my music, and I just play stuff off my phone from Spotify or whatever. But anyway, that's a tour of the inside of the trailer here. You can see I do parks activations for ham radio, and I just got some funny signs, stuff like that. You know, it's pretty, beware of the ham radio operator. Now, it's just a little cozy spot. You know, it's big enough for 1 or 2 people, no problem. It's very, very comfortable. It's nicer than being in a canvas tent trailer per se. I do have some friends that have those, and when it rains, it's not that great, or if it's really cold out, it's not that great. Or this is actually a insulated, A-frame. The rain just rolls right off of it. I don't ever get wet. It stays nice and dry in here. I know there's been some people that on YouTube that when I bought this were saying that they get some wet spots. I've power washed it, and I have never gotten any water inside the coach. I mean, if you purposely try to get water in here, you probably could do it. But if you're just washing the exterior or in like a rainstorm, that type of thing, or even a couple days of rain, the water will not intrude. I have not had any problems with that at all. It does stay closed most of the winter. I don't ever really use it for anything during the winter. It's just my job keeps me from doing things during the winter, but we have a lot of snow in the mountains, and it's really difficult to get any really good camping spots. Hopefully someday that'll change, but I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention, we have a little fridge here. And then this is a cabinet that I store some, utensils and stuff like that inside of there. And then there's a little drawer right there that I have like my junk drawer, right? And then there's some storage down here. This is underneath the seat to the dinette. So it's this full length right here. It's this full length storage underneath here. And then on this side it has the heater right there, and then next to the heater is the hot water heater, and then next to that is the coach power, where that comes in, and the inverter and stuff like that for the coach power. But like I said, it's a great little camper. I mean, it's probably one of the best things I've ever bought. It's just really cool to be able to go out and not have to worry about weather. I got a nice big comfy bed there. You can see that I have it's a factory mattress, and I think you can actually plug it in. It's like a heated mattress. I've never done it, and I'm never in shore power to plug it in. It requires 110. But then I stuck like a 3-inch foam mattress from Amazon. I did have to trim it a little bit to fit the bed. It was too wide, but it fits really good now, and it's really comfortable. So again, I sleep with a couple blankets, and I hate sleeping in sleeping bags for whatever reason. I just don't like it. I've never really have. And so now I have a nice big bed, and I don't have to worry about being in a sleeping bag. Anyway, that's the inside. Let's take a look at the outside. You have 2 steps down here. So that's this is the outside of the coach here. So you have a little storage compartment here. This actually goes into that full length one I was telling you, that goes underneath that bench seat there, and you can get to it from the outside. This is I installed this so I can plug in a couple of ham radios in the inside. I'm a ham radio operator, if you didn't know already. This cable that's coming down goes up here and across and over, and it goes to the peak of the roof over there, so I can put my 70 centimeter 2-meter antenna on. And then this one right here would be for when I have my HF antenna up. So that's why there's nothing plugged into that one. And again, that door goes to that entire storage there. Pretty limited in size. This is another storage area. This goes underneath the bed. So the bed would be basically right here. It goes to right about here where that cabinet starts. So that's about how big the bed is, right? There is a storage under one half, about halfway. There's storage. So it's a pretty good sized storage. It does about, like I said, about half the trailer. And it goes to about right where that cabinet starts, right about here. That's all storage. You can get to it from this door here. Spare tire carrier here. I take the tires off for a couple reasons. One, for weather, and two, it makes it a lot harder to steal that way, right? Go around my Jeep. Then on this side we have goes to another. This has a storage that goes about halfway, and has a slide out drawer that pulls out there. I don't think I'm a big fan of the slide out drawer. I guess it makes it a little easier, but it also takes up a lot of space inside that storage. Maybe someday I'll take it out, I don't know. This is where the AC unit and the heat pump is. So it will do AC or heat, but it has to be plugged into shore power. It needs a 30 amp plug-in. This is for the tank, for freshwater tank fill. It does not have a gray water tank or a black tank because there's no toilet. This is the cable TV hookup. I don't think I'm ever going to use cable TV, but that's where it hooks up there. This is for the drain for the sink. So, like I said, there's no gray water. So I make sure I take biodegradable dish soap with me, and I use the same dish soap for my face and hands when I'm washing my hands and stuff. That way it can drain and it won't damage, or I'm not putting any like nasty soap into the ground or whatever. Here's an outside shower, a hot and cold shower. It runs off of the hot water heater that's right over here. This right here is if you want to hook up to city connection all the time and not use your tank for water. This is the refrigerator here. This here is for the furnace. This is the furnace inlet and outlet for the furnace. This here is for the shore power, right there. And then this is for the hot water heater. I just did a clean out of the water heater and put a new anode in right here. You can see the anode right there. So that's brand new. I bought a little wand that you flush. You can see some of the debris a little bit right in there. But you're supposed to flush that out and change that anode probably at least once a year, I would think. I've had this for, I don't know, probably almost 2 years, but I haven't used it a whole lot. And when I did do the change, the anode was pretty beat up and there was a lot of sediment in there. So it's nice to get all that sediment out and that type of thing. But that's the hot water heater there. I just did a little project on that just the other day. I'll put this cover back on. These shocks here help there's one at each end. You can see one down there and there's one here. There's the other latch for the roof I was showing you. But these shocks help you assist in lifting the top, obviously. And there's the side. You can see this really nice big window. And up there's that ham radio antenna that I was telling you about that I can mount a 70 centimeter 2-meter antenna onto. This is the front of the trailer. This is where, this is the toy hauler part of the TH in the model. This is where you put the quad. Something I do not like are these tie downs. My tire sits right there basically. So they're pretty worthless. So I have to come up with some sort of genius way to tie stuff down when I tie stuff down to this. I usually try to hook it really close to these webbing right here because you can see these are all welded on. Right there's a weld there, there's a weld there. So they're welded on, so I just try to put it on there. And then these pieces right here come off and become your ramp. This is where the batteries are. There's 2 interstate batteries in there. Upcoming video, hopefully those will disappear. This is 2 20-pound propane tanks here. Again, another thing I want to get rid of to try to get some weight off the tongue is switch this from 2 tanks to a single tank. I haven't really needed 2 tanks on any of the trips I've been on, Plus I can always carry an extra one in my pickup, and I just want to try to remove some tongue weight. If you think about it, where the tires are, right? You had the quad, which is probably about 1,000 pounds. You have 200 pounds of batteries and, you know, another 100 pounds of propane. That adds up pretty quick. If I can get some of that weight off there, that'd be great. I do have it set up, like I said, for 300 watts of solar. I do have a solar project planned for this. Don't know exactly when I'm going to get to it, but I'll definitely make a video on that. But right now it's unplugged because I have no, like so you can see the plugs here and the plugs hanging down there. I have it unplugged right now because there's no battery inside of it, and we're storing it for the winter. So now we're trying to pull it out of storage. I'll start getting everything hooked back up. Here we are, back to the other side. This right here, I don't think I mentioned it, was the outside speaker that hooks up to that stereo that's inside. This is an outlet here, and then this has a propane deal right there. It came with like a propane barbecue that hooks to this rail right here. I took it out. I never used it. I'm just afraid of the heat, you know, damaging, because these are stickers and stuff, and I don't want this all turning yellow and everything. I bought a really nice, like, Camp Chef outdoor stove. I use that pretty much for all my cooking. Like I said, on the inside, I haven't used my propane stove at all. I just cook everything outside. I just don't want the heat and smell and everything on the inside of the trailer. Here's the antenna for the little AM/FM radio. I really don't know how well it works. I don't think it really works that well at all. But anyway, I know here's that Sky Ranger. It's supposed to be like a Wi-Fi booster. I guess if you're camping in like a campground that has Wi-Fi, that can help you get some Wi-Fi inside the trailer. I have not had a need for it. Anyway, that's a quick rundown on the Rockwood Alpha 122TH toy hauler A-frame trailer that I have. All right, let's do a quick tear down and show you how quickly when you're done camping and you want to get going home, I'll show you how quickly this thing comes apart. First of all, you have to open the door, obviously, get inside, and the first one you're going to have to remove, remember the two locks I showed you earlier? You have to remove the two locks. I'm sorry if you can't see me because it's dark inside of here, but you remove the two locks on this other side here, and then that will just lay down, and it has some rubber pads that support it on this countertop right here. Next, you're going to have to unclip the door, close the door again. You'll have two more clamps on this side to undo. Then you have to hold this door in your hand and kind of let the wall come down between you. And then it has a couple of rubber pads that rest on the other wall over there. Come out, set the top of the door down, close the door here, and then to set it down, you just lift up a little bit on this side. Latch, there's a clip here and that clip on the other side. Hook the truck up and you're ready to go home. That's how quick and easy it is. And I really love this trailer. It's an awesome trailer. I really hope you enjoyed the little tour that I gave you. And stay tuned and look for some more videos coming out, because I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on mods and camping and all kinds of stuff. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll have plenty more videos on this trailer, so stay tuned. Thanks a lot. This is Fred, Kilo Echo Zero Delta Sierra Delta, and I'm wishing you a 73.